Okay, real talk. Someone messaged me yesterday with, "Hey, quick favor, can you take one more thing?" And I said yes. Reflex, autopilot, before I even read what the thing was.
Oh no, the auto yes. Classic.
Right? 20 minutes later, I'm staring at my screen thinking, wait, I already had a full day.
And here's the thing, sounding organized isn't about your calendar, it's about your phrases. The people who look most in control aren't busier than you. They just say a few specific things you've probably never said in English.
Wait, hold on. Phrases? Not productivity apps? Not better calendars?
That's the whole episode. And I'll say it right up front. Organized people don't have better systems. They have better phrases.
Okay, I need this, genuinely, because I think I've been operating on like 3 phrases for the last 10 years. Sure, no problem, and I'll try.
Those three will get you buried. Nicely, politely buried, but buried. And whether you're just starting out in a professional environment or already sound decent and want to sharpen your edge, these phrases work at every level.
All right, so welcome everyone. This is Say It in English. I'm Tom.
And I'm Lexi, and today we are talking about the language of being organized and focused at work. Not the feeling, the actual words. 3 moments, specific phrases for each one, and you'll walk away sounding like someone who has it together, even on the days you really don't.
Especially on those days. Okay, so moment number 1, prioritizing when everything feels urgent. Because this is my whole life, Lexi.
I know, and it's a really common trap, especially for non-native speakers. When everything lands on you at once, your brain goes into panic mode and you default to your simplest phrases.
Yeah, like, okay, I'll do it. Or worse, don't worry, I'll handle everything. And then you sit down and realize, wait, what exactly did I just promise?
Exactly. The instinct makes sense. You want to seem capable, like a team player. But when you take on too much, something slips and you end up looking less reliable, not more.
Right, the overcommitment trap.
So here's the trick. Don't carry the priority decision alone. Hand it back. When 2 things land on you at the same time and both feel urgent, you don't have to silently decide which one matters more. You can ask, and asking actually makes you look focused, not overwhelmed.
Huh. Asking makes you look focused. I would have assumed the opposite, honestly.
I know it feels counterintuitive, but with the right phrase, you're not saying I can't handle this. You're saying I'm paying attention to what matters most. Completely different signal. Here's the first one. Help me prioritize. If I can only do one of these today, which one matters most?
Okay, I like that. It's not I can't do both, it's help me choose the right one.
Exactly. You're not refusing work, you're being strategic about it. The second phrase is a little more direct. You can use it when you already know something will slip and you want to be transparent about it. I can take both, but one of them will slip. Which would you rather I push?
That's honest. Like, you're not pretending you're a machine. You're saying, there are limits, here they are, you decide.
Right, and managers really appreciate that. If you flag it early, they made the call. No surprises. That's a huge difference. The third phrase is a great one for regular check-ins with your manager or team lead. Let me flag where I'm spending my time this week. Does this match what you'd expect?
Oh, that one's clever. You're not waiting for someone to tell you you're working on the wrong thing. You're checking in proactively.
Exactly. It shows self-awareness. You understand your work exists inside a bigger picture. That's what senior people do. They zoom out, check alignment, and you can do the same thing with one sentence.
Okay, so moment 1 is about not carrying the priority decision alone. Got it. What's moment 2?
Moment 2 is the one people are most scared of, declining a low-value ask without burning the bridge.
Wait, hold on. But won't say no make me look uncommitted? Like, won't people stop asking me for things?
I knew you'd say that. Here's the reframe. A thoughtful no protects your yes. When you say yes to everything, the quick favors, the low stakes tasks, you dilute your yes, and people stop seeing you as someone with real priorities. But when you decline low value asks thoughtfully and professionally, you stay reliable on what actually matters.
Okay, so saying no is actually how you protect your reputation, not damage it.
When it's done well, yes. The key word is thoughtfully. You're not slamming the door, you're redirecting. So let's do a quick example first. Tom, ask me for something unreasonable.
Lexi, hey, could you put together a full competitor analysis by end of day? It's just a quick thing.
A full competitor analysis. Quick. Right, so the wrong response here, the one most non-native speakers default to, is something like, okay, I'll try, or sure, I'll see what I can do. Both of those lead to either a bad result or a missed deadline. Here's what you say instead. I'd love to help, but I'm at capacity this week. Could we revisit next week?
Okay, that's smooth. You're not saying, no, I'm too busy. You're saying, not now, but here's an opening.
Exactly. You're leaving the door open. And I'd love to help is genuine goodwill. It shows you care about the relationship. The second part is firm and honest. That balance is everything. The second phrase is for when the ask just isn't the right fit for you. This isn't something I can take on, but colleague's name might be a better fit.
Ooh, you're declining and being helpful at the same time. You're adding value even while you say no.
That's the move. You're not just closing a door, you're pointing to another one. That makes you look like a problem solver, not just someone guarding their workload. The third phrase is the most direct one. It's for when you need to explain the cost. I want to be honest. Taking this on would push my main project off track. Can we find another way?
I want to be honest. That little opener does a lot of work, doesn't it?
It does so much. In English, I want to be honest makes people listen more carefully. It signals that what comes next is real, not an excuse. And you close with a collaborative question. Can we find another way? You're not just declining, you're staying in the conversation and keeping the relationship intact.
Okay, I'm writing all of these down, metaphorically, in my brain. Moment 3, protecting your focus time. Because this one is where I completely fall apart.
Same. And this is actually the hardest one because the interruptions come from people you like. Someone pops their head in, digitally or physically, and they seem friendly, and it feels rude to say, not now. So most people just stop what they're doing, every time.
Yep, and then at the end of the day, you have nothing to show for it. 8 hours of being interrupted.
Right, and protecting your focus time is not rude, it's professional. The problem is that without the right language, it can sound dismissive. So these phrases do two things at once. Set a boundary and show you'll be available. You're not disappearing, you're scheduling your attention. Here's the first one. I'm in deep work mode until 2. Happy to chat after.
Deep work mode. That's a great phrase by itself. It's not, I'm busy, it's something more specific and almost respectable.
Exactly. I'm busy sounds stressed. I'm in deep work mode sounds intentional. It says I planned this and I'm protecting it. And happy to chat after removes any coldness. You're not rejecting them. You want to talk, just not right now. Giving a specific time means people have a clear answer and aren't left wondering.
Specific time, that's important.
Always. Vague availability is almost worse than no availability. Okay, second phrase. This one is super practical for remote and hybrid work. Can we make this an async message? I'll get back to you within the hour.
Async. Okay, quick language note. What does async mean for listeners who might not know that word yet?
Great question. Async, or asynchronous, just means not at the same time. Instead of a live call, you write a message and the other person replies when they can. It's standard in modern workplaces, especially across time zones. So, can we make this async? Simply means send me a message instead of calling me right now. Very professional, very common.
Got it. And within the hour is the commitment. You're not blowing them off.
Exactly. You're saying, I see you, here's when you'll hear from me. That's reliable. And reliable is what actually gets you noticed at work, not being constantly available. The third phrase is perfect for when you're in a recurring meeting culture. Got it. Let's batch this with our 4 o'clocks so we don't lose momentum on the main thing.
Batch. Another great word. You're grouping things together instead of handling every single thing the moment it arrives.
Yes, and so we don't lose momentum on the main thing is key. You're framing it as a shared value, not a personal limit. You're not saying, because I'm busy, you're saying, because we have important work to protect. That's a completely different message.
Okay, I want to take a step back for a second, because across all three moments, prioritizing, declining, protecting focus, there's something connecting all of these phrases. What is it?
Clarity. Every phrase is about being clear, not about performing how busy you are. Busy is a feeling, clear is a signal. When you say, I can take both, but one will slip, or I'm in deep work mode until 2, you're not venting stress, you're communicating boundaries and priorities in plain professional English.
Busy is a feeling. Clear is a signal. Can I put that on a poster?
Please do. And the colleagues who seem to get promoted, who get trusted with the big projects, they're not the ones who say yes most. They use phrases like these. They set expectations clearly, protect their focus, and make their decisions transparent. Once you have the language for it, you can do exactly the same thing.
That's a big point. You don't need to be a native speaker to sound like you have it together. You just need the right phrases. And now you have them. All right, let's do a quick recap because I want this to stick. 3 moments. First, prioritizing when everything feels urgent. Don't carry the decision alone. Hand it back. Ask what matters most.
Second, declining a low-value ask without burning the bridge. A thoughtful no protects your yes. Be honest, offer an alternative, and keep the relationship warm.
And third, protecting focus time without sounding unhelpful. Name your mode, give a time, and batch where you can.
Beautiful. And the through line across all 3, clarity over busyness. You're not telling people how stressed you are, you're telling them what to expect. That is the language of someone people trust.
Okay, question for the comments, and I'm genuinely curious about this one. Which of these 3 moments is hardest for you? Is it setting priorities, saying no, or protecting your focus time? Tell us in the comments. We actually read them and we use your answers to plan future episodes.
We do. And for more real business English like this, real phrases, real situations, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. New episodes every week.
Thanks so much for spending this time with us. This stuff takes practice, and the fact that you're here, listening, working on your English, that's already the move.
Every phrase you learn is a door that opens. Keep going. You're closer than you think. See you next time on Say It in English. Bye.